Howdy do, everyone. You know who I'm, ETTemplar, Supreme Misfit, Professional Dipshit, and special thank you to viewers. You and these people over here who contribute money and their time to feed this channel with metrics and, quite frankly, keeping this channel alive. So we have something interesting to react to, and I hope you're ready, because this one's a doozy straight out of the depths of TikTok, found on X. Here we go. Fuck.
Has anyone heard? CEO posters are being plastered everywhere.
Those posters aren't the only ones plastered. Grandma's gotten to the Manischewitz again and had access to her phone, so she could post cringe like this for us to enjoy.
With wanted signs. Yeah. Evidently, it looks like it's going to be open season on CEOs.
Well, since most you leftists don't own or believe in guns, how are you going to pull off your stochastic terrorism? I mean, you're posting this enthralled that someone's wanting to kill and murder innocent people over bullshit leftist politics. Boy, let's see how that turns out. And why does she talk like this? Like she drinks the bong water out of Joe Trotsky's bong.
God bless America.
And these are the kind of people who, people like this bitch, who will whine, piss, and complain when she sees, like, MAGA hats. She's the kind of person who's like, you know, goes into a foaming, seething fit. And she's despicable. And her and other leftists are encouraging stochastic terrorism. Let me define what that is for you. Stochastic terrorism, the public demonetization of a person or group resulting in incitement of a violent act, which is statistically probable, but whose specifics cannot be predicated. So, leftists love to do this, whether it's this nasty grandma here, and Destiny, Vaush, and Hassan Piker. They love to do this shit. And they'll make it broad because they are cowards. They love life too much. They love their cushy lives too much to actually put their own value and legal self at risk. So they'll make a blanket statement. And let's break this down a little further with this, right? So this is why they do this, because if they can say, Salmon's putting up wine poster into open season on CEOs. You notice how she never said she was going to try anything? Well, yeah, because most political radicals, people who are fanatically political and deeply violent, aren't going to post a TikTok about it. I mean, we can all look at this and like point, haha, grandma got into Manischewitz and posted some wild shit. But at the end of the day, there's nuts out there who will watch this and be like, yeah, grandma, and could possibly kill someone. So that's stochastic terrorism. And not only that, she and people on the left want to target. It's not just CEOs. In time, here's my prediction. In time, you will see them target pastors, priests. They will target your churches. They will target homeowners. They will target landlords, because this is their playbook. This is the Marxist leftist playbook. They start with the CEOs and the rich people, and they make their way down the list. Next will be freedom of speech and libertarians. Everyone, in their opinion, gets the wall because they're not for their bullshit Politburo Marxist woke crap.
Has anyone heard? CEO posters are being plastered everywhere with wanted signs. Yeah. Evidently, it looks like it's going to be open season on CEOs.
All right, let's start with George and Alexander Soros, huh? Oh, not those CEOs, the ones that back all your bullshit and push your godless Marxist horseshit, not those CEOs, huh? Is it only the Republican ones? Is it, bitch? So if I linger on this any longer, I'm gonna end up Fed posting and saying something I'll regret. But regardless, Most leftists and people, political fanatics in general who threaten violence, I think there's something called the Heisenberg test that they apply. You can look this up. If I'm wrong, I'll eat my hat. But there's a Heisenberg test which they judge the level of threat or the probability of a threat. And if we apply this here, this is just some grandma who got wasted off Manischewitz, right? But at the end of the day, the potential of some lunatic, pill popping, transgender person who's mentally ill who sees this, it could encourage him to do something. And stochastic terrorism is real, regardless. At the end of the day, and it's the left that's pushing it more than anyone else out there. So essentially, take this as a warning. Yes, haha, Grandma and her Manischewitz posted something wild, but we should all be alert. And if you are a Christian, I don't care what denomination, Mormon, Catholic, you should have a security plan for your people. You should have a security plan for your leaders, your pastors, priests, bishops, and you should at least prepare for the chance that there may or may not be violence against your people. And especially if you're right-leaning, or even if you're centrists or libertarian, these people want you dead. They want to carry out stochastic terrorism against you because you don't go along, you're not in match step with them. So regardless of who you are and anyone watching this, you should at least have a plan to protect your churches, your loved ones. And just know that you are on a list to these people. And these people may be your neighbors. They may be people who live in the same city. So you should own at least 1 or 2 firearms to defend yourselves and families. Because like I said, I predict that stochastic terrorism is a real thing. The leftists push it out daily. And if there's one thing we all know, regardless of what side of the political aisle, I'm mostly speaking to the center of right people because these are the people who are going to be targeted by these freaks. So they have no qualms, no issue about okaying violence against you. You've already seen them make moves against painting everyone right of center as Nazis, fascists, and so we are here. We're almost here at Spanish Civil War levels, and sooner or later, eventually, I hope it doesn't come to this, but churches and Christians will be targeted, and Republicans, conservatives, and even libertarians and centrists, and maybe even independent thinkers are also going to be targeted by these stochastic assholes. So head on the swivel, be safe, and it's no joking matter. We all know leftists, Democrats, and Marxists lie, and not too long ago, they were all saying, during the Trump assassinations, they were saying, we need to tone down the rhetoric, tone down the political rhetoric. But then he gets elected for a second term, and what did we see? We saw Democratic senators and congressmen calling for violence in the streets. And what these assholes, I think most of us know that the metaphor of this is there's a little barking, like Yorkshire Terrier barking rat on a raft out in the ocean, barking at something that's below the raft, circling it. It's a big fish, and the dog's just right. That's what your stochastic terrorism is. And what's below that raft is an idealism in people who are like a ravenous, majestic shark in their domain. And we all know if something goes amiss, if there is a Spanish Civil War scenario, we know how it will end. We know how it will play out. So do not take these people's bait when they post. So when Manischewitz's grandma posts shit like this, and let her run her mouth, let her run her own stupid fucking Marxist fantasy, where she thinks that they can dominate and threaten to kill conservatives and people on the right in mass. Leave her be, but until they actually trespass against the kingdom of heaven and your family, and until you are put in a self-defense scenario, Just let these dumbasses run their mouths, because at the end of the day, we all know who the fucking apex predator is. We all know who doesn't need to brag and find evil glee in the threatening of violence against the innocent. And this goes towards most of anyone politically. This isn't a mainly right thing. I think anyone politically could understand, if your soul isn't absolute dog shit, you can understand that threats against the innocent or groups of people in general is an assholish thing to do, is a stupid thing to do. And we all know that if push came to shove, we all know who shit's getting pushed in. And that's my real opinion on this. It's sad and pathetic to see people put shit out of this, shit like this, Manischewitz grandma, out on social media and TikTok. But special thank you again. Of course, these people's opinions do not reflect my own. But special thank you to them, the fleet captains, and people like you. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, leave a comment, and there's stuff in the description down below if you're curious. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Stay happy, stay healthy, and be